actually told my parents and I went out to dinner Christmas Eve. We always go to dinner Christmas Eve. It was just 3 of us. And I was like, I've got this lump. And we were at Cheesecake Factory, and my dad swears to never go to Cheesecake Factory again because he's like, it gave you cancer. I told him about the lump there, and so my dad's like, at this time I owned my own home, and so I was living there, so I met them for dinner, and he was like, well, let me just feel it. He's a family physician. This is stuff he's done a million times. So he did a breast exam in the parking lot of Cheesecake Factory. In the backseat of the car.
Nice.
I know, right? You know you're from Oklahoma, win. And so he was like, Amity, you should have told me this is something you do not mess around with. And I thought I was just being dramatic. I thought surely at my age it was a cyst, or it was just something that cancer didn't even cross my mind. I mean, I had a grandma who had it at like 80, but I figured probably I'd get it at 80 also. It's just what you do before you die. And so, not always. But, I found that path. If you're 80, I'm sorry, you're fine. So, my dad is super, super proactive. If you think I'm proactive about things, like multiply that by 1,000. That's my dad. Almost to the point of like being annoying, but it's good. I need that because sometimes, we don't ask for help and we don't know when to ask for help, and I'm not a doctor. And so he got the ball rolling. I got into a breast surgeon. I got it looked at. This was all over Christmas break from law school. I had like 3 weeks to do this. And so Dr. Pollock, who's my oncologist here at CTCA, went to medical school with my dad. So my dad called him and said, I know everybody's out of town. I know it's Christmas break, but I'm desperate. Somebody needs to look at my daughter's breast because I'm worried. And so I came in here on December 30th, and I got a biopsy, and I found out about an hour later that it was breast cancer. So I'm like, okay, it didn't faze me. I was just like, okay, what are we gonna do? And the first thing that my dad asked, because I never wanted kids and I never really wanted a husband. Now I'm okay with the husband thing, but kids I can't have anymore, but it's fine. I have nephews that are way better than that. But the first thing my dad was like, how will this affect her family planning? And I'm like, I've told you 1,000 times, I don't want children. But he was so worried about me not having kids, he's still sad about my hysterectomy. I mean, let me just tell you. But no, so I had that, and so we had a plan tentatively. This was like a Friday or a Thursday. I think it was a Thursday. And so we had a plan, and so then I went in for a PET scan on that Friday. I think it was like New Year's Eve, actually. And I found out on January 2nd that I was stage 4 because it had spread to 6 tumors on my bones, all over. Mostly like back and where that rib kept popping out of place. So that was kind of intense because if you're not familiar with cancer and how cancer works, you hear stage 4 and you think death sentence. And it was explained to me that it's just a measure of how far the cancer spreads, and all of you ladies that have had it, you know what yours is, you know the markings of that. And so I just wanted to know, number one, if I could stay in law school because I loved it and I didn't want to quit. And second, is it going to be treatable? And my doctor said, you know what, Amity, you're treatable, but you're not curable. But it can come with the same outcome. That's all I needed to hear. As long as it can be treated and I can still live my life, I'm fine with that. And so I started on January 4th. I had my first chemo up here. And then the 5th, 6th, and 7th, I had radiation to each bone met. And then that following Monday, I was back in law school. And my dad said, well, you have to quit law school. You have to be here. You have to be here with us. And I'm like, what am I going to do? Sit around and watch TV? I mean, that's fine, but, I run out of stuff to watch after a while. I went through 42 episodes recovering from my mastectomy of Nashville, and then I had nothing to watch. What am I going to do? And so my doctor said, well, do you enjoy law school? I said, I love it. Finally, I feel like I fit in here. I feel like I'm learning something. I feel like I'm going to be able to make a difference, so I want to stay. And so my doctor's like, then you should absolutely stay, and you should do that. And so with much gruntling from my parents, mostly just my dad, obviously, they agreed to let me go because he was still a legislator, so he was in Oklahoma City half the year, so he could watch me. And then I just scheduled all my treatments on Fridays, so I would just sometimes miss class or have to leave early to come for treatment. And so I started out with the semester, I went in and talked to my professors. Everybody was super nice, except for one. There's always one.
Always.
And so this one, I actually really liked his class because he scared me so bad that I loved it, because you had to be on at all times or he would embarrass you really bad. And so I went in and finally reached the top of the mountain. Because anything at this point is manageable. I've been doing it, I've been managing it, but I'm done. I'm done with school, I'm done with the bar, I'm gonna get to have a career that I've always wanted. And so I'm so grateful, and I just feel like that through my journey, I was a Christian before cancer, but I wasn't very close. I didn't have a relationship. And cancer, it's kind of like your only choice at that point. You just have God on your side. And I feel like there were things that were blocking me from him. And had I known he wanted a relationship, I would have been like, okay, well, I'll do that. Don't give me cancer. But it's been amazing the things that have come, because there's been a lot of blessings in the midst of it. And I've met amazing people. There's been people that shouldn't have been in my life that got kicked out of my life. It's just been wonderful. And I encourage all of you, whatever you're facing, like, just ask God what you can learn from it. Because you can lay in bed and you can just lay there forever and never get up. But there's something out there for you. You have a purpose. Whether it's, the people that you meet and the people you talk to, that you share your story with, there's always something there for them to take from that, and whatever it is. And so I encourage you to just keep moving forward, one foot in front of the other. If you have to get your mom to take you to Costco, then do that, because sometimes that's all you need, or a friend. And that's what the Project 31 community is for. It's here for you guys to lean on us and to encourage each other and to build each other up, because only we know what we've been through. And it's nice to have somebody that's been there and done that. And so as you go on in your journey, just know that, I failed bar twice, but I finally passed. If there's something that you're facing that you feel like you can't quite get over the hump, keep going, because maybe your bar exam is right over the hill. And Project 31's been just a great blessing to me, and I hope that everybody continues to come and spreads the word about us. And at this time, I'm going to bring Sarah up here.